Hey, you are on Nbtsky's Daily Read channel, and today is January 6, 2025, and the future number broken down is 2032, which puts us in a year, the water rat. When you're dealing with water, you're dealing with emotions, feelings, and needing to stay in control of those emotions, not letting them get out of control. People that's born in this year and interacting in this year of 2032, are being naturally imaginative and passionate, wise, and intense because they're going to be more emotionally tapped in at the time. So the underlying numbers, 7, which is Uranus, and Neptune, generally this is talking about, Uranus is talking about Aquarius. In some systems, they come together, and that's why I break it down that way. That's January 20th to February 18th. So this is the 11th house if you like astrology. This is a discussion of friends, family, and social groups. So this will be a big energy in 2032. As far as Neptune, you talk about Pisces. So that's February 19th to March 20th. So that's the 12th house if you like astrology. This could be a discussion of confinement, hospitals, institutions, the subconscious mind, secrets, and hidden activities. This is what you want to stay in the highest vibration of. So you want to try to stay in a vibration that's going to keep you out of hospitals, institutions. If you work in hospitals, institutions, then you want to bring good, vibrant energy in these environments. Stay out of, so many hidden activities. It'll probably be a time when everybody's trying to expose each other and all this other shenanigans. It happens sometimes, especially when people are in their emotions. So let's move forward. We're going to throw down an oracle and see what other area 2032 will be talking about. Woo. All right, so one came out. Awakening the Genius. So like I was saying, it's a good time to be tapped in in 2032. A good time to really get into yourself, your thoughts and your emotions, and tap into all your creative powers and energies. Let's look at what's going on for the month. The month is talking about the sun. This is generally, now we're in the month of Capricorn. So understand that even though you're a Capricorn, you're gonna have different planetary bodies in your astrology chart, so it may not affect you all the way, but other signs within that can also be affected. So let's not get confused. We're not dragging away from the Capricorn season, Capricorn energy kind of thing. So the month, like I said, is the sun. We're talking about Leo energy, July 22nd to August 1st, right? So we talk about pleasure, children, romance, happiness, family, clarity, all of that good stuff. So let's see what area that pops up in. I don't know if I want to shit. Well, we might not. Grand Symphony. All right, and this is coming in at 9, 27. 2 plus 7 clearly is 9. The Grand Symphony. Keep everything in harmony. Keep everything happy. I'm using this as an overall energy because the sun is going to be consistent for the month. It's the first of the month. So stay in that harmonious energy. Make everything a grand symphony. Don't grandstand. Don't be extra. But I'm going to look at it a little bit more. We're going to throw about maybe 2 more cards down for the sun. And then we'll get into the overall, the medium, and the low frequencies today. Alright, so we got the moon, we got the tower, and we have the 4 of swords. So first and foremost, when we're dealing with the moon, we're dealing with this, we're dealing with Cancer energy, right? But also, when you're dealing with the tower, you're dealing with Mars. So you want to stay in the upper energies right now. Stay tapped in energetically. People are going to be emotional. Some people may feel like that, the world is crashing down for the moment because of things that may change that there's nothing that we can do about. You have this 4 of swords energy that comes down. This is talking about rest, meditation, being in a spiritual, peaceful place. But it's also a discussion of trying to stay in your healthy state, your healthy mind state, your healthy physical state as much as possible. People who are dealing with like colds and sicknesses, try not to look at it as disastrous and look more forward to the resolutions to the issues. people may be mentally going through some things and feel like it's a little disastrous. If it cannot be changed, then we're not going to be aggravated. We just going to find other resolutions and ways to get it done in a positive manner. Alrighty, so let's move on for overall energy today. Overall energy lands in Venus. This is a discussion of Taurus, Libra energy. When you're dealing with Tauruses, you're talking about April 21st to 5/20, right? This is the second house. Let's get it clear. Capricorns are going to interact with all of these signs, or some of these signs. They're going to interact with some of these planets, whether they are aware of it or not. So that's why we are in Venus here. So let's look at Taurus and Libra's energy and how that's going to work. Taurus is the second house. Libra is the seventh house. Let's see what it's talking about. Bearing fruit, being fruitful, working together, coming together, being great. Understanding our position. This is like a theme for some reason in the energy this month. So let's look. Now, also, to be fair, before we get into this overall energy, because I know sometimes people like to, know exact birth dates when you're talking about some of the majors. So when you're talking about the moon, you talk about the energy of Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. When you are talking about the tower, you're talking about the Mars energy. So there are certain things that you may be interested in that may not happen today. Don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. And if you want to get into it further with the Four of Swords, you talk about Aries energy. You're talking about like April 11th to the 20th, right? So there may be people that, are affected in that birth energy. So let's get back into bearing fruit real quick. Just working together, building, being fruitful, being prosperous, being happy, manifesting, and so on and so forth. Because, that's what that Taurus energy is about, right? So here we got this Nine of Swords energy. This Nine of Swords is coming in Gemini, like June 1st to the 10th. Don't feel down and out. You also have the Queen of Swords that come up here. This is a Libra energy, right? This is not the time to feel down and out. Speak, be clear. Think, be clear. Be stern, be solid. Stay in the highest vibrations of it. And then you have this Two of Coins. Be clear. Once again, when you're dealing with financial choices between individuals, there may be situations with Capricorns, Libra, Gemini kind of energy where somebody, Earth sign might be in between a situation, whether it's contracts, money, relationships, whatever the case may be. Pick the side of the scale that's going to be fruitful for you. And that's just that. So let me see. Now, to be honest, right now, for some Capricorns, depending on where their energy is, if you notice the Queen is down on the air signs, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The concept is to bring and keep a balance. So I'm going to look, since I threw two on that side, I'll do two on this side. So we got a fire energy here, right? The Eight of Wands, things changing, getting out of control, complete change. Not saying, let things fall where they land, don't force. Period. The Six of Swords, this may be traveling or being quick to travel or planning to travel, right? It's also about assistance and knowing that there's always going to be somebody there to assist you on your travels and on letting certain things go in your life or for the day, let's say, because we're speaking about today, right? All right, so let's look into Mercury, which comes into the high frequency today. This is talk about a Gemini energy. This is the third house. If you like astrology, so that's May 21st to June 20th, right? So this is mentality, expression, communication, short trips, siblings, and neighbors. So if you pay attention, we are dealing with this Six of Swords here. We're talking about a short trip. Somebody may be making a little short trip, going somewhere today, or planning a short trip today. So let's see what Mercury is talking about. This is also, what we communicating about in this high energy. So we got this Ten of Swords Okay, so the Ten of Swords, some people look at the Ten of Swords as like a backstabbing card, but it's also, this down and out, I feel failed, I don't know what to do kind of energy. Don't get into that. People may feel this. This may be a feeling that comes up in a high energy, especially when it comes to, wealth, material gain, beauty, being stable. It's not that. Stay in your high energy. And so, that's the King. Same energy. This is water, fire energy. Air, fire energy. So it matches. The energy is still the same, just a little bit more aggressive, right? So let me correct that, because I do that sometimes because I'm going based off my notes when it comes to the birthdays. All right, so that would be Aquarius energy, January 20th to February 18th. So excuse me on there. Here goes the Queen that comes up here, which matches. This is air, water energy, and a high frequency. There's this down and out feeling, or have experienced this down and out feeling, right? And then you come into this Empress energy, very fruitful. Sometimes the Empress also could represent pregnancy at a later period of time, later than usual, right? But it's about stability, and the stability that cannot be shaken, and it still encompasses all of the queens. You have to acquire the mastery of all of the queens in tarot in order to even be the Empress. So let's get into the medium frequency. The medium frequency is still matching this energy over here, which is in this 7, right? Which is interesting. So this is still dealing with the Aquarius, Pisces energies that may interact with Capricorn, so that Capricorns may interact with if you got this these planets in your chart. So in the medium energies, the 11th house and the 12th house, you're trying to stay in balance with the family, the social groups, stuff like that, right? And you also want to stay in balance with how you deal with institutions, how you deal with your thoughts, what you keep to yourself, what you got going on. Maybe it's a good time to surprise somebody, do something nice for somebody to bring it into the higher energy. Woo! Look at that. And I flew all the way to the other side. So let's see. So we got the 5 of Wands. Who is that? Are we upside down here? Oh, no. All right. So we got Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is money energy, physical energy, being able to create energy, manifestation energy. You're dealing with water, earth energy. You may be surrounded by multiple people. You might be in the middle of, trying to get your thoughts and actions together about what you want to do, how you want to create, how you want to manifest, how you want to deal with a particular female or male energy that's in this similar energy. You want to stay as balanced as humanly possible. So you want to stay out of pettiness and unnecessary arguments and fights and spats, especially if you're dealing with this earth energy. You just don't want to get into it right now. And we are in the earth energy, right? So you want to stay kind of out of that and in balance. You want to keep your Uranus Neptune energy, because it can get a little bit extra. The pettiness can go somewhere else if we're not paying attention today. All right, so let's not overdo the petty. So let's look at the lower frequencies of the 9. Alright, so let's see what's going on with the lower frequencies. And when you're talking about Pluto, right, this is a Scorpio, the 8th house. This is a discussion of like taxes, insurance, inheritance, transitions, regenerations. This is between like October 23rd and 11/22. So, this is going to be an overall theme throughout the year. So we have to stay out the lower frequencies of that, no matter how they try to pull us into it, right? So this is about creativity. This is about ideas. This is about being able to take what you have tapped into, and the gift is coming from the universe, right? To be able to create regardless. So you got this 8 of Swords. You also have this 2 of Swords. Listen, we all have our own gifts, whether they are, art, music, dance, medical, healthcare, any industry that you choose to be in, whether it's spiritual, whatever system you in. This is about staying out the lower frequencies of Pluto. Don't misuse your gifts, period. When you misuse your gifts, you end up trapped or feeling trapped and in trying to find your way out of situations that you don't have to. Pay attention to things that you go through in the past, all the things that you had to go through to build up to where you are today. Don't be very indecisive. Simply do not misuse your gifts, and do not assume that others are misusing their gifts either. It's as simple as understanding that we have the power to create, change, and build anything that we want in our reality. And so we are never trapped. Trapped is being a choice. And so the choice is to look back at why we felt trapped, not to have that replicate. And so we stay in a higher frequency, or push ourselves at least from the lower frequency of Pluto to the higher frequencies of Pluto. So I will talk to you all later. Smooches. This is my daily read. Later.